Hello, Ashley James here. Today we're going to do a demonstration of Neo, the lightning fast interior design software. So welcome to Neo. This is your home page where you're going to log in. So you'll just hit log in. And if you haven't already registered and signed up, then you're going to come down here to sign up and you will fill in all of your information. You can always sign up with your Google account as well if that's something that you wish to do. Now I already have my stuff put in here, so I'm going to go ahead and sign in. And we're going to open up to our home page. So this is the Neo home page. Just a couple of things to get us started. These are just some basic video tutorials on some of the basic functions of Neo in case you forget something pretty simple. If you ever get yourself into trouble, you can always click on here, and this is our little chat bot here on the home page. This is available Monday through Friday, midnight to 6 p.m. We do have someone available right here to help you out with your designs. They can do a screen share and all of that. You can also contact customer service. You can email them at connect@foyr.com. So those are your two options there. Now, I have a lot of projects because I've just got a bunch of different things that I've been working on. Now, when you want to start a new project, you can either go up here or you can go right here. And you would name your project and you hit add project and your screen would open up with a new project. I'm going to go ahead and open up this bedroom project because I do have a couple of things already saved in here to help us get through this quicker. Now, I'm going to go up to the top and clear out my screen. So anytime you want to erase your canvas completely, that's the tool you use, and it double checks to make sure you want to do that. All right, so when you open a new project, this is what your screen's going to look like. You can always rename your project right here. You can check the unit of measure and change that right here. And Neo does not currently have auto save, so anytime you do a substantial bit of work, make sure you click save. And then we also have our undo, redo, and that's the erase canvas again. Now, to start a project, you have two options for creating a floor plan. You can physically draw out the floor plan with your wall or room tool, or you can upload a floor plan. Now, with the room tool, it's great because it automatically gives you 4 walls, and you can just, let's say that's a hallway, and then you're going to add on, maybe a room there and a room there. Here's an extra wall. We're going to throw that in there. Now, as you can see, this does have an AI clicking, so it does automatically click for you. Anytime you want to take control of that, you would just hit the shift button on your keyboard, and then you would take complete control. So here, let me show you how to do that. Wall tool, shift, and now it's all mine. This is all me. Now I'm going to clear this out because I want to show you how to upload a floor plan. So you click upload floor plan. I'm going to go to my floor plans. I've got a master bedroom floor plan. Now you see this is a JPEG image file. So if you are working in AutoCAD and creating floor plans there, that's fine. Just make sure that you can save your floor plan as an image file. So JPEG, PNG, TIF, those are all the types of files that you can upload for floor plans into Neo. Now, as you see, my file loaded right here. I'm actually cropping it just so I can see just the bedroom, but you can crop the whole image. So if this is the entire first floor, you can crop that to fit. You just have to make sure you do that so that we can scale. So now I've got all my walls in there, and you see these 2 little bubbles right here? These are what are going to make it possible to scale. So you click from one side to the other, click, click, and I'm going to put 15 feet in there. Again, you can change your unit of measure. That's not a problem. Done. Bum, bum, ba, ba. It should upload. There we go. Here we are. All right. Now, if the floor plan isn't dark enough for you, just select it, hit edit properties, and you can change the opacity right here. That's not a problem. But here's the thing. We are still going to have to trace over our walls. In future versions of Neo, we will automatically have our walls added, but right now we have to trace them ourselves. So I'm gonna trace this guy and take control of you. Trace you. Now I know my measurements aren't perfect. This is a 14 by 15 room, but that's no problem. I can always change that by doing that. I'm just gonna leave it like that. That sounds good to me. All right, I'm in floor plan mode right now with 2D. I'm gonna hit background plan mode so I can drag my floor plan out of the picture. So I've done that. Now you have a choice of either deleting this floor plan or keeping it. I like to keep it because then I can come over here and use my ruler tool and see how wide are these windows, what's the distance between the windows, how wide is the doorway, all of those kind of things you can double check. So that's really useful. So the first thing I do once I have built my walls for my floor plan is I go into catalog. And I go to, see, these are all your little categories. I'm going to go to building because I want to add my doors and my windows. So here are my doors. We have so many doors. They're constantly updating. Our catalog is massive, and our amazing graphic designers for Foyr are constantly updating and putting new things in here. I typically open this up and get really excited because there's always something that I haven't seen before. So you're going to be super happy about that. Now, once you do find something you like, you can just hover over it and click Add to Shortlist, or you can add it directly to your project. You can click on it if you want to get a better look, if you want to see additional things that are similar to it. But no matter what, once you find something you like, love it, just like you would Instagram, Facebook, Pinterest, that way it gets added to your shortlist. And it doesn't matter if you've loved 20 different doors. Do it so you don't have to go back and try and find them. So I've already added some doors and windows to my shortlist. So we were right here in catalog. Now we're going down to shortlist. And I'm going to go to my building category. And here are all my doors and windows that I chose. So let's go back to floor plan mode in 2D. And now I'm going to click on my door. And I'm going to drag it and drop it. And I'm going to do that again. Drag and drop. And I liked these windows. They're so pretty. Drag and drop, and drag and drop. And I know that that's not the exact same spacing that is in this floor plan, but just for these purposes, I'm just going to do it like this. And yes, I do have a sliding door that I can offer right here for that closet, but again, I'm not going to do that right now. Now, I'm going to go into 3D mode so I can double check my placement of my doors and windows. And my doors are happy. Now, the windows are typically always going to start, like at the floor. But that's just because we want you to be able to move them where you want them to go. So you see he's highlighted, so you can just drag him up, or you can hit Edit Properties and change the raise of the floor right here. I'm going to do a 2 feet raise on these guys. And then they will be right where I want them to be. Boom. Very happy with that. All right. Now, I prefer to go back into 2D mode whenever I'm working on placing furniture. Oh, let me go back real quick. So you can also edit your wall. So you can edit the, just by hitting Edit Properties of like any door or window. You can change the width, the length, the height, all those kind of things right here. It's the same thing with your walls. All of our walls have a default of 10 feet height. But if you need that to be higher or lower, you can make that happen here. Also, you can change the length of your wall right here as well. If you also get some of those little like tiny little walls, like for a powder room or a coat closet or something, you can change the thickness of the wall in 2D as well. And then let's say you're working with an electrician and they need to know what wall is hot, you can change the color fill of that wall as well right there. Extra little fun things. So I'm going to go back into my catalog and check out furniture. And I want bedroom furniture. And again, we have a ton of stuff in our catalog. Ooh, these are new. That's cool. That looks like something I have in my own room. What's so great about this is that you can edit just about anything in here with textures and colors and different types of fabrics. We have a bunch of different things, or you can upload your own textures, which I will show you how to do. Again, I've already added a couple of things I like, so I'm going to go back to furniture. I am going to drag and drop this bed in here, drag and drop my side table, drag and drop my dresser. Now, I'm going to click on my dresser and I'm going to rotate it. You can rotate slow-mo like this. I played a lot of Tetris when I was growing up, so I like doing a lot of clicking. If you don't like to do a lot of clicking, you can click on your piece and rotate like this. You can change the degree of rotation. You can flip it. So that's also a great time saver. Speaking of time savers, I only chose one side table because I'm going to clone it once I rotate it the way I like it. Because I'm going to change the texture, the colors of this side table, and since I want two of them, I want them to change at the same time. That just saves me a little bit of time when I am placing everything in my room. All right, let's drop into 3D so we can just double check. You can see all these little dots are your models that are loading. I just double clicked so I could get down into the room. Yay! Well, I'm very happy with how that's looking. So that's your 3D right now. All right, the next thing I'm going to do is I'm actually going to add a few staging elements. We do have a ton of stuff in our catalog, which you will have honestly so much fun just going through, finding things. You can also search for things once you're in catalog. But I'm going to go ahead and pull from these. I have these great little pictures. I'll stick these right there. And these books look really cool right there. And everybody likes flowers in their bedroom. If they don't, I'm sorry. But they're just happy. And I'll add these pictures on the wall. Very simple. And I've got this window treatment I'm going to add. All right, and then I will even add, oops, I zoomed out too far, a rug. Let's just throw the rug in there. All right, so I'm going to edit these curtains because they're a bit too short. So I'm going to bring those out to, oops, let's bring those out to 12 feet. That looks a bit better. Just clicking on those and dragging them where I need them to be. And then I'm going to rotate my rug. Let me double check the placement of that in 2D. Oh, did it. Perfect. I love it. And I'm not happy with the placement of my pictures. Those look a little wonky. So you see how the other one highlights blue? That's our AI of Neo. Just checking in, making sure everything is lining up exactly where you want him to. So that looks great. All right. I'm going to come back in here because I want to place some lamps, and we have all kinds of lighting elements that you're going to enjoy exploring. Let me go ahead and drop this lamp there. Again, I'm going to click on it and clone it because when I change the color, I want it to change the way I want it to. I'm going to double click on this lamp so I can get nice and close. I'm going to hit the shift key as well because the AI is fighting with me, which, you know, AI is very useful sometimes, but sometimes it doesn't listen. But that's why we have the ability to override it, which is always good. All right. Oops, come back. There we go. That looks better to me. Move these books over and the flowers. All right. I'm loving that. It makes me happy. Let me click on this guy. Rotate the other way. Perfect. All right. Now let's go into ceiling mode because I do have a really great, we're going to go to 2D, floor plan to ceiling plan mode. And now you see everything disappeared. I have a really cool ceiling light. And what's great about being in 2D is you can actually see the, the measurements of where you're placing this. This is great to be working with your electrician so that you know where the rough-in is or needs to be. You could still place a chandelier in 3D mode, but it's great to be able to see exactly where you placed it from up above. So the next thing we're going to do is change textures. So we're going to come in here and change all of our colors. Now we have a ton of different options for flooring and wood and wallpaper and wall finishes and stones and fabrics. And we have glow in the dark things now that I haven't even tried out yet. But we do have a lot of different things that are really great to play with. You're going to enjoy all of these things, I promise. Now I chose this rose gold that I'm going to drag and drop over my chandelier. There we go. Drag and drop it on my side lamps. I'm going to put some elder white on my walls. Now we are in the process of uploading the entire Sherwin-Williams catalog, which is great if you have a Sherwin-Williams catalog. So if you're using a different paint supplier, you can compare those colors so you know you're entering the correct one for your project. We will be eventually uploading additional brands, but Sherwin-Williams is the first one we're going with. I love Sherwin-Williams personally. Shout out to Sherwin-Williams. I'm still dragging and dropping colors. Now I've got this great laminate that I'm actually going to put on my side tables. And did you see how they both change at the same time? That's because I cloned them. Cloning can be good. I'm going to put some vanilla sky on my lampshades. All right, I like the way this is looking. Now, this is the standard flooring. When you take a render, that won't show up. So I want to put an actual flooring in. I think today we are going to put in the teak. I've been doing a lot of the herringbone. It's super fun, but the teak is pretty too. Now, that is a massive tree. That's not real. I mean, it could be, but let's make it look a little bit more real. So to change the scale of any texture, you're going to hit the Shift button on your keyboard, and then you're going to click on the texture. And you see how that highlighted? Now we'll go to Edit Properties, and we can change the texture. Now, if it's a pattern, you can always stop the repeat of the texture, or you can make it repeat. It's totally up to you. This is also where you can upload your own texture, which is pretty cool. I will show that to you in just a moment. Let's put vanilla sky on those curtains. Oh, I love it. So nice and neutral and happy. Okay, so now we're going to go into walkthrough mode. This is where you place your camera for your render. So I'm going to come down. Now, if you're outside the wall like this, your rendering is going to show up like a black splotch. That's not what you want. So you've got to make sure that you're in your room. Now, if you need to get a tight angle, just pull the wall out. Let me show you really quick. Go into 2D. You can just pull the wall out. That way you can get that perfect angle you're looking for. You can always hit undo. Let me go into walkthrough mode again. I'm going to double click so I can zoom in. And then I'm going to zoom out. And that's just, I've got a MacBook Air and I'm using a Mac mouse. So I'm just scrolling up and down it like I would like a cell phone, like a touch face. But if you have one of those mouses with like the roller ball, you would just go up and down with the roller ball. So I'm going to come over here to lighting. Now you can choose a morning, evening, or night tone. You can choose low intensity lights or high intensity lights. And then for any environment, that's what's going to happen outside of your window. So city, day, or night, and nature, or if you don't want anything, you can do nothing. Now I'm going to go with a city day. I'm going to go with evening and a warm, you know what? Let's do white low intensity. I haven't done that one before. Now I'm going to hit render. Ultra fast, of course, and the 4K. There are additional settings here if you need it to be saved as a different type of picture image. You can also change the canvas size and pixels. I'm happy with those, and I'm going to hit render. A little pop-up is going to happen right here. And that's going to let you know that it has rendered successfully. All right, now we can continue working on this image if we want to, or we can start working on another project. You can keep this open and check the progress of this render right here. I've done it a million times, so you can see it's been done a million times. Once the image is finished, it will say 100%, and you'll have the download option. Click to download, and that will download as an image file, which then you can save to any project or slideshow or anything that you have to offer to your client. So that's no problem. Now, I wanted to show you another thing. So you know how I showed you with being able to change the texture of the floor? Oops, I'm sorry, let's go to 3D. Shift, click, edit properties. Changing a new texture is really fun for if you want to do that for a picture. So let's say you're working with someone who's really obsessed about their cat or their baby or their new wedding photos. You can click on the image, hit edit properties, find the property of this model. So the black is obviously the frame, the white is obviously the matting, and there's the picture. So you just hit the picture, you hit new texture, and then you can upload if you've screenshotted or downloaded any sort of image file that you can then upload. And then the uploaded texture will pop up right here. You can click on it and it will show up in the photo. So that's just kind of a fun little extra. A lot of people like the extras. I like the extras. So let's go back to our dashboard. I wanted to show you something that I was working on with a kitchen. Now this is my fun kitchen. It's just very basic. You are able to build out kitchens here. We have base units and wall units and appliances. Eventually we will have high-end brands like Viking, as well as typical brands like GE, Whirlpool, all of those things. Now I am actually going to, let's see, go into 3D. And you could see that this is just kind of the beginning of a kitchen right here. We do have another function here on Neo that's really fun called Inspirations. And this is basically like our own Neo inspiration Pinterest, Instagram board. So any images that are in Inspirations have actually been created in Neo. So let me load that up for you. Let's leave you. Now we're loading. Here's another thing. Any image that you have that has a lot of detail, it will take a little bit longer for it to load. But once it's loaded, it's very quick to work with. There we go. Boom. All right, so we're in 2D. I'm going to add a doorway to here so I can show you this cool function. So here's a doorway right there. And let me go to Inspirations. So Inspirations are, whoa, there's some new ones in here I haven't seen. That's really cool. Inspirations are really fun if you just need some ideas or if you're trying to find things to go well together. There's a lot of different things on here that could help you out. So why don't we choose, let's go for the cheerful space. I feel cheerful today. I hope you do too. So a little bit of orange and white. That's gorgeous. I love these pendant lights that they have dropped in here. So let's say, yeah, you love something in here. You'll just come over here to the right side and you'll try and find that object. And once you found it, you click on it and you can add it to your project. If you like all of the pieces that are in here, you hit all of the pieces and add that to your project. Now they will automatically go to your short list, which is useful. Or if you love the whole space, you can add the whole space to your project. So I'm going to hit add inspiration to project, and that's going to show up like a box. And it will go right here. There we go. And I seem to have a lot of success with adding on a room by overlapping the walls. So I'm going to drop that right there, and that's going to load. All right, that loaded. All right, let's go into 3D so we can move things around. Now you still have the ability to move stuff in here. So obviously there's a couple of pieces in here that aren't working with our existing space. I'm gonna double click so I can come down and take a look. All right, that is not where I want anything to be, but that's okay. It's really cool though. Oh, wow. All right, well, this is a great element piece. So this is just like an exterior wall, and you can just change the photo on there if you want to. So here, let me click on it, edit properties, and you can see that's a photo. So click on that photo Let's say you want to showcase a view of a property that you're working with. Take a photo of the view and upload it right here. Click on that and that will show up. Yay! Super cool. I actually really need to try that out. I think that'll be really cool. So all of these pieces you can still move. I'm just going to bring them over to the side. Those are some fun elements that need to get moved. And then you can always just change out the floor, which is no problem. But anyways, that's kind of like a fun way to add on. And you can always delete this too, because obviously that doesn't work in this space. But as you can see, it's just kind of a great quick option if you just need something to show your pass through from a space that you're actually working with. So that's that. All right, let's take a look at our rendering and see how that's going. So I'm going to go back to my projects and click on my bedroom suite. It should be almost complete. It typically takes just under 10 minutes for something to render. And that's even if you're shooting off a bunch of renders all at once. Go to walkthrough mode, hit the render button over here on the left side, and it's still loading. Another way to go and take a look at all of your projects and renders is here from the home page. Go to renders, and all of the work that you have done will load, and they all are put together by project, and you can still download them from here too. You can even do a little bit of outdoor element as well, which is super fun. That's something I've been playing with. But as you can see, everything will be right here. The blacked out ones are ones. See, I've only been working with this since June of 2019. So it hasn't been very long, but I still make mistakes sometimes, and I don't always take the photo within the image, but you will figure out how to make that work for you. And you will become a pro, and who knows, you might be able to teach me something. It would be super cool. All right, we're at 25% completed right now. While that is working, I'm going to show you some additional things. So anytime you want to check out your account, you just click on the person. You can manage your team members. You can manage your billing address. If you want to double check your usage, make sure you're not running out of credits, you can always check here. And then if you ever want to add on to your account or upgrade your package, you can do that as well. There are multiple options for Neo. Anything that's highlighted is what you're currently going to be on. Mine's just set up like this because I'm your trainer, but you would be with any of these subscriptions. Now you can do a 3-month, a 6-month, or a 12-month subscription. Neo Basic is for one user, and it comes with 10 render credits, which do roll over monthly. So if you don't use them all for 1 month, they will move over. Same for any of them. Neo Premium and Neo Standard, it's just allowing more render credits per month and more users per month that will each have their own login for the same account. And then you also get some additional custom models. So here's the thing. If for some reason you're missing something in our catalog, which I highly doubt it because our catalog is extensive and it's massive and it's constantly updating. But if there is something in our catalog, piece of furniture, a ceiling element, a flooring element, a wallpaper, a design of something that we don't have that you cannot alter to make it look like what you want to use, we can either build it for you or we can upload your 3D model for you. So you have those two options. Now, you can just add it on. So let's say you do the Neo Basic and you don't have any custom models in your package. You can just add that on. That's no problem. Or here's another part right here. If you run out of render credits, you can always add them on right here too. But of course, we're always going to be running some sort of extra promotion. So please check with me. You can email me at ashley@foyr.com, or you can always ask our friendly customer service down here in the chat bot. They can help you find out what our current promotions are, and we can get you set up. And everything is done online. So Oh, 85% complete. We're almost there. I'm dying to show this to you. We are almost there. If you ever need any additional help as well, you can always go here to help. Oh, and here's some additional PDFs on just how to fix stuff. Here's a way to contact us. It's just a quick email. Foyr is based out of India and Singapore, and we now have headquarters here in Philadelphia in the US. So it has been a bit of a whirlwind, but it is definitely an exciting one, and I can't wait for Neo to help you change the way that you design. 96%. I think we should do a countdown. 10, 9. Oh, didn't even have to. 100% completed. Waiting for the download to happen, and then I will show you the completed image that we made together today. Bum-ba-da-da. Da-na-na-na-na-na. Roll credits. Come on. He's almost there. He's almost there. Oh, I'm so excited. Come on. He's almost ready. I know he is. He's 100% complete. If you ever have any additional questions about how to use Neo, there's a lot more features in here. I didn't even get close to really working with creating ceiling textures. Here we go. Or playing with lighting or uploading specific textures of your own. But there's a lot of additional things that Neo can do for you. So we can always set up an additional tutorial for us to see everything. Boom. Isn't that beautiful? I love it. Just the natural light, the glow from the lamps. Like, it just looks real. It just looks good. So anyways, that is the basic tutorial of Neo. If you have any additional questions, please reach out to me. Please reach out to the team, and we will get you set up. All right. Have a great day.